You think it's a comedy of manners, you think it's going to be a nice little Lakebourne that everyone will titter at and smile at, but actually there's so much more going on under the surface, which is very true of our world and the world we live in.
It's a play that harks back a lot to kind of 70s, 80s sitcoms, Alan Ayckbourn plays. There's a couple who are kind of going through something, and a few neighbours pick the worst possible moment to like pop round and air their troubles and what they're going through.
It's about neighbour relationships, community, love, heartaches, but also it's really about kind of people being in limbo and not really sure about the choices they've made in their lives.
It's a beautiful piece to experience. Everyone loves to laugh, so there's a lot of humour in it, but there's also so much sadness in it.
On the one hand, we have this wonderful, fast-paced comedy, but immediately undercut with things that often we don't talk about, and complex issues when it comes to prejudice, fear, family, trauma, and how we move on from that and accept our imperfections.
I think we're all kind of lost when we live in London, but then when you kind of go on to the outskirts of London or even further out, you know, you start to think, oh look, I've created this life, and then within that you get lost again, and that's kind of what's happened to Ruth and Frank.
One of the reasons people should come is because, first of all, it's really fun. Like, you're going to have a lot of laughter, a lot of joy. But also, I think everyone can relate to almost every character at certain points in the show. Everyone knows what it's like to have loved and lost, or grieved, or gone through something that ultimately reminds us of how fragile we are. And every character has that kind of depth to them. There are some shows where you come out and say, that was great, do you want to talk about it? And this is one of those shows where people will leave wanting to continue that discussion and those messy subject matters.
If you want to come to a show and have a laugh and just enjoy yourself, you can, but if also you want something deeper to actually have a talk about and leave the theatre with something, you can as well.
It's a play for everyone, and every generation can come and relate to one thing or another. I also love that it's like an old school play. It's like it's 2 acts, like it's lots and lots of language, there's lots of listening, and it's really taking it back to like the core of theatre and why people go there.